is the Black X Monk, and I am your host, Davion Bay. So, as you see the title, your thirst has caused a drought. Let me give you a little background information on me. When I was growing up, I went through juveniles, rehabs, mental institutions, shelters for troubled teens. I was committed to the state. When I was 15, I went to prison for 10 years in the Georgia Department of Corrections, mandatory minimum, no parole. When I got out, I became a monk. And this changed my whole life and my whole thought process. I was one of the highest members in the clergy, and people bow to monks. People give monks money. If you are a monk, I would have to say your self-esteem has to be this high, because let's be honest, it's not too many people that get bowed to, especially bowed to by some of the richest people in the nation. You get bowed to by Asians, and I'm a black man, so it's kind of crazy. So I'm coming to you from that perspective on how I see things. So I'm going to relate this to a video I saw about fasting, because that's what I do now. I eat one time a day. So the doctor said, before you start fasting, take at least 2 weeks to rid your body of impurities from foods that you should have not have eaten in the first place. I'm going to take this back to slavery. Now think about how far ahead former slave owners and their families are than the people that were enslaved. We are still trying to catch up. And not only are we still trying to catch up, there are obstacles. So we're behind and there are obstacles. So it's not a fair race. Think about how you grew up as a young man. We are, and I'm just going to go back to the 60s. We are 50 years behind our women. You want to know why? Because the people in our community took their time to coach them, to nurture them, and to do everything for them, basically. So you're dealing with women that have been coached by other women, while you weren't coached by men on how to conduct yourself as being a man. So you are behind. I know about the latest developments in the manosphere, and I listen to Kevin Samuels, but the Sister Crimson Cure is the one that prompted me to make this channel, because I have a lot to tell you guys from the perspective of one who's been bowed to by the women that these women want to be. How could my self-esteem, and not just because of that position, but I don't understand why you guys are still holding on to this hope that maybe one day this woman that is 50 years ahead of you will comply when you finally become what you're supposed to become. She has 50 years of brainwashing. So yeah, back to the doctor. So after these 2 weeks, right, he wants you to take another 2 weeks, 3 days a week, to cut one meal. Because we're going for one meal a day. The first 2 weeks, you're getting rid of the impurities and all the bullshit that was in there, right? So that you can prepare your body to start missing meals. You gotta prepare your body to start missing meals. Your body, you're used to eating. You're used to eating. She's used to controlling shit. She's used to not trusting you. She's used to all of this, right? So she has to purge the body of that before we start taking in new information, i.e. Taking away meals, because we're trying to get our body right. We're trying to get our mind right? So must unlearn everything, then put back in. We at 4 weeks. We already start removing one meal. We're trying to eat one meal a day. We're trying to go back to basics. But you're doing the same things that you always been doing and thinking it's gonna work. You can't let her think that this is enough. You've never been given anything. She hasn't given you anything. What's she giving you? For you to do it. So you think that you can keep doing the same thing and get different results. Just 50 years ahead of you. Was taught that you were the enemy and is living vicariously through stories of feminists. Man has probably never done anything wrong, but you know what? She said, you know what? I'm going to prevent him from even trying to do me like the white man did this woman. So this is what you're dealing with. We're fasting now. We're getting rid of the bull. We're getting rid of the... It's like you niggas got Stockholm syndrome. You just used to catering and caping, and you can't help it. You know you're being treated wrong, but you just still keep going for the bullshit. And I'm upset with you guys. I'm very upset with you guys. This is coming from the perspective of the black ex-monk. I need high self-esteem out of the brothers. I need you to say no. Because they're offering you bullshit. Look, analyze your situation. They're offering you bullshit. Say no. It's easy for them to say no because in their mind, they know they're 50 years ahead of you. And they have no reason to respect you. Everybody has poured, when they say the black community, you know what that means. Everybody poured into them. But nobody poured into you. They were given a head start. And when they're ahead of you, they act like they did that themselves. You're 50 years behind. Women have passed down bullshit ass advice for generations, and you're 50 years behind. Think about being a part of a community with a group of women that despise you. What you think they've been doing for the last 50 years? The same thing the former slave owners and their family have been doing, putting obstacles in your way. Putting obstacles in your way. And like I said, you niggas got Stockholm syndrome. Your thirst has caused a drought. So what I want us to do is bury this shit. This is the funeral. This the funeral of simping capable hoes, white knight. This is because you're getting nowhere with it. And to be honest with you guys, that is gonna be a dangerous position to put yourself in this year. Because men are waking up. Men are just now waking up. Think about that. Think about the former slaves. Still have not woken up. They are free, but they have not woken up. And so since you are just waking up, you are just removing, remember the 2 weeks of the fast, you're moving that stuff in your body. Now, you got to start cutting meals now. You've been being fed garbage. You got to start saying no. You got to start standing up for yourself. Your self-esteem got to get higher. It's going to be bad for you. It's going to be bad for you. for you?
My mother used to make it.
Her mother used to make it. What am I talking about? That meal she giving you, nigga, that bullshit she feeding you.
My mother used to make it.
Her mama used to make it. For her man. Her mama told her to make it for her man. Yeah, girl. Shit, take his money. Do this, do that, do that, that. Yeah, her mama get. Come on now. Y'all gotta wake up, man. I'm gonna make some more videos, reaction videos and things of that nature. But I'm just getting started on this here platform. But I've been watching closely the Black Manosphere, and man, I've been tuned into the Manosphere since 2012. And just now, cause you gotta think about all the stuff we gotta unlearn first. Like, we got the information, we got real information now, but we still gotta unlearn stuff. You still, as a black man, look, listen, 50 years ahead of you. She's been lost the affinity she had for you, the love. It's 50 years in the making. You niggas still, we still love them like that. You feel what I'm saying? We still care. And they're the ones that get it, that are listening, that are on point with building the community back up. Few and far between. We got to protect those sisters at all costs. But for the majority of them, this they funeral. You can't deal with them. They 50 years ahead of you in corruption. Them hoes is criminals. Them hoes is criminals. You can't deal with criminals. Just like the sister Crystal Cure said, how you think you gonna deal with her and not deal with the bullshit? It's a package thing, man. She gotta unlearn 50 years of bullshit and then learn the correct shit. The fasting. After the month. 1 meal. When y'all can tighten y'all belt up, why you think I'm fasting? Discipline. When you can tighten your belt up, you can say no. You niggas gotta start saying no. You niggas gotta stop feeling bad for doing the right thing for you. Like I said, people have bowed to me. I don't think I'm better than nobody, but we better than a lot of people, bro. When I was growing up, black men weren't like savages and shit. They painted. Look at the pictures in the media they painted about us. That's why it's so confusing to a lot of y'all. You're like, man, I don't remember being like this. I don't remember being a dog, being a mean person, being a savage, and all this shit. Where the fuck this shit come from? None of my brothers was like that. I mean, we'll kick your ass if you do something wrong to it, but we wasn't like they make us out to be. But yeah, I want you guys, I'm gonna start making some more content, but I got a lot to say to you fellas, because yeah, the sister Crystal Cure, I watched the videos and I was like, you know what? I gotta tell these brothers how I see things from the perspective of the highest clergy. You feel what I'm saying? I gotta tell, cause when you it's different. It's different when you've been revered. You know what I'm saying? A lot of us have not been revered. A lot of us have not held high social standings. You know what I'm saying? You can be a black man, you can be rich, you can be this, you can be that, but it's like they're not gonna respect you. And it'll be the brokest bitch that has nothing going on to disrespect you because your skin color. Isn't that racist? These bitches don't like you because your skin color. They have been taught to not like you because of your skin color. Yeah, this is the funeral. It's the funeral. We are alive now. It's their funeral. It's their funeral. You can't live this way. Not after us knowing what we know, but we gotta do better though. We acting like we got fucking Stockholm syndrome. Like we like being fucking violated. So yeah, your thirst has caused a drought. And this is the Black X Monk and your host